What is going on, everybody? Today we are going to be checking out some more Taylor Swift. Yesterday we did her song "Don't Blame Me" on the Reputation tour, and the homie Jamie recommended we check out what is this called? Ready for It. This is Ready for It, and it's got a twist to it. There's I guess Ryan Tedder is in it. He's gonna talk a bit and stuff. So I guess we're gonna learn a little bit. I'm not too sure. She just said, "Hey, check this one out. You get to listen to Ryan Tedder talk about working with Taylor Swift and stuff." So I guess it's kind of like we're gonna get to know her a little bit more. Which, hey, I'm here for, because as a fellow artist, it is really cool to see other artists like perspective or creative workflow, like how they do things, because you can cross examine, right? So you can compare it to what like I can compare it to what I do when I'm making songs, or if you're an artist out there, you can do it as well. So it's very interesting dynamic that we're gonna get here. And yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna stop yapping. Thank you so much, Jamie, for putting us on to Taylor Swift and for giving us this request. I have the lyrics pulled up as well on the right here so that we can follow along a little bit as well. Yeah, let's do it. Thank you for watching.
No artist I've ever written with in my career has contributed more of the actual song than Taylor Swift to a writing session. Taylor contributed so much so quickly that for the first time and only time, I actually felt bad for my share. I was like, God, I don't even know if I earned what I did. She'll send you a voice memo the night before saying, "So I just sat down and I was thinking," and she's literally talking on the voice memo like this, "and I was thinking maybe something kind of like this. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you." She literally goes into the song, and I'm like, I write back, "What do you mean something like that's the whole song?"
And then yeah, we finished
Dude,
this
sorry
song.
again, pause so early. I feel like it's been a theme with her songs so far that I paused super early to talk for a second. I feel that on such a level. Like, I've worked with another artist, like 15th Bend, and I gave him like a little blueprint of a song that I was working on, and he was like, "Yeah, let's collab on it." And I sent him. I just had like a verse and a chorus. That was it, and he just pretty much took over and just dominated the song. And I was like, "Dang!" Like, I feel bad. Like, I didn't do enough. Like, it feels like he did all the work. So I feel that. That's crazy. And I know Ryan Tedder from One Republic, and I know that he writes for a lot of artists. So for the fact that Taylor Swift, out of all of the artists that he's worked with, is the one to make him feel that is crazy. How like seasoned as a songwriter Ryan Tedder is. That says a lot about Taylor Swift.
And I'm like, I write back, "What do you mean something like that's the whole song?"
And then yeah, we finished this song pretty much like 90% of it. We even managed to have lunch and dinner at the same time. She was writing all the words and all the melody. I honestly didn't write the words and melody, but I did help. I pulled the music together around it, and we discussed like a bit of direction here and there. But really, she actually wrote the song, and I brought the music around it.
And what did you make of her as a musician?
Very talented.
Taylor Swift. She's such a great
she's ridiculous
songwriter,
talent.
right? And a great talent. But how were you able to...
She's a savant, I think. I mean, it goes beyond talented. She's a savant. She sent me a voice memo. We did 2 songs. We did...
Real quick pause again. Sorry. He's got a good hairline, don't he? It's kind of not fair. Look at his hairline. I know that has nothing... I'm sorry. I know that has nothing to do with this, so I just wanted to point that out. Look at that hairline, dude. It's like a straight line almost. Wow. Savant is the word he used. So I'm gathering Taylor Swift is a really good songwriter.
She
from Ryan
sent me a voice memo. We did 2 songs. We did "Welcome to New York," which was track 1, and then we did oh my God, no places. I'm forgetting the name of the other song. Something in the places. Something places. Her fans are gonna kill me for this. It's like track 10, I think it was. Anyway. She sent me voice memos, like in the morning, like, "Here's me on a piano, here's how I'm hearing this," and then literally I'd walk in and I would have it mocked up kind of, and then we just would bang it out. I would help with the melodies a little bit, and kind of, with Taylor, you function more as an editor. She has a million ideas, and you're more like, this one, not that one, because she's so good. She kind of almost doesn't need you in the room, but for production, I think she is when she really relies on. So for Taylor, you're more producing than just...
again, I'm pausing so much, dude. I'm so sorry. I respect that. Because so he just said right there, we're gonna here, hold on. Quick tangent. If you want to skip this, go ahead. I'm sorry. But so when you're making music, there's he said right here that she relied on him more for production. And for those of you who don't know, production would just be like mixing, right? Volume levels, adding plugins like reverb, delay, just stuff like that, right? What you would want in a studio, right? Like equalizing nerdy stuff, right? That's the best way to put it. And so she focuses, it seems like she focuses more of her time on writing, which is very respectful, because I feel like if you have the tools to where you don't need to worry about production, that just gives you more time and energy, right? To focus on the lyricism and the melodies and stuff. Like, because if you're an artist out there, then you know what I'm talking about. After like you've been working on a song for so long, eventually you start to get sick of it because you're just hearing it constantly over and over, making little tweaks at a time. It gets to a point where you're like, maybe I should lower this like half a decibel, or not half a decibel, like a dB, right? Like just a little bit, lower the volume a little bit. Oh, maybe this needs a little more reverb, the decay on it. It's just like, it gets to the point where you're just like, dude, I can't take the sound of my voice anymore. So when you don't have to worry about any of that, you can really focus on the songwriting. And now it's all kind of starting to make sense to me as to why what I've seen in the comments and what I witnessed in the last video of Taylor Swift is I can see why the overall like melody structure, and we're going to check these lyrics out here, but I'm sure they're going to be very intricate, just judging by what Ryan Tedder is saying and you guys have been telling me, that this is going, like she's very lyrically intricate. Moral of the point is, I respect that. And honestly, I wish I had those same tools, because I get burnt out very fast doing everything on my own. And I wouldn't doubt that she has some sort of knowledge on production, but it's like I said, you could have all the knowledge in the world, but if you have a tool or a person to help you, use it, because then you can focus your energy on the lyrics. You see what I'm saying?
Million
Oh, I
ideas,
see,
and
okay.
you're more like this one, not that one, because she's so good. She kind of almost doesn't need you in the room, but for production, I think she is when she really relies on. So for Taylor, you're more producing than just writing stuff. She can write everything by herself.
When I was about 14, I had run into all these stereotypes about these young girl artists who, quote unquote, co-write, where they apparently sit in a room and people write songs for them. And I didn't want that to be what people thought about me. So I treated it like I was a 35-year-old songwriter writing every day like it was my job, because I wanted to prove to people that that was what I really was serious about. I just really wanted to get it known around town that I wrote songs. I really wrote them.
I'm curious, what is it about Taylor that makes her so special? I just think that she is a unique,
real
special.
quick. Sorry, one last pause, I promise. This folklore. Guys, I've seen folklore. I haven't heard anything, obviously, but I've seen folklore, like just going through YouTube. Because I react to stuff and I have friends that do as well, a lot of times their reactions pop up, right? And I see people reacting to Taylor Swift folklore, and that has just been catching my eye, like constantly, right? Because folk and folklore music is just my favorite. I love folk music. I love folk music. That is like folk music. You probably can't really see it, but in the background, I have a mandolin. Where's it at? I have a mandolin here. There's a banjo that's just cut off frame there. Acoustic guitar. Like, dude, folk music is my jam. That is something that I'm hoping we can get to soon, because I want to hear some folklore from Taylor Swift. This is stuff I just didn't know she got involved with. Like, does she have a background in folklore? I don't know. But, like, I just grew up loving folk. I actually just made an album. I made my album and put it out called Roots, which I try to make it as folky, like modern folk as possible. So, yeah. Folklore, I'm super excited to check out. I'm sorry for pausing so much. I promise I'll shut up.
Talent. What's Jack's perspective on it?
The easiest answer is that she is a brilliant songwriter, which is the title that is given to a lot of people, but very few of them are.
Yeah.
So it's not about comparing, but there's not many people in her position that actually do it like she does. She wants to tell a story. She sits down and writes it. She's also a brilliant producer and has a brilliant singer, has all these ideas, but the core of it, I think the core of what completely separates her from the pack is she doesn't need anything or anyone to craft a song. And I think that's why through all different eras of her and the way she moves into different genres, the rock is her song. And I think on this latest album, that's becoming more and more evident to people. It's always been evident to the fans, but because that's all it is, a person who can sit down and take themselves, put it into a song. It's so simple, yet there's so few people who can do it the way she can do it. So, I mean, you could go on about her forever because there's so many fascinating angles of what she does, but she's a songwriter in the truest sense.
There's so much pressure going into putting new music out. If I don't beat everything I've done prior, it'll be
I just want to point
deemed as
something
like
out
a
real fast. Look at this scene, whatever you look at the picture, right? The picture. I noticed it too. The second, like, we got to it, look at how, like, I just get good vibe energy. Does that make sense? I don't even know. I might be, but like, she's got like a bright plaid sweater, hoodie, something on. Everybody else is dressed business casual, right? Dressed, for work. And she's just like, nah, man, music is just music for me. I respect that, dude.
if I don't beat everything I've done prior,
Like, look, everybody else, like, dressed up, and she's just, nah, I'm gonna rock my plaid hoodie. Like,
deemed as
I
like
feel
a
that.
colossal failure.
I feel that.
Maybe first
I
could
wore a
talk to
good
you
shirt
about,
for today.
kind of new album stuff. There's gonna be from 16 to 20 songs on it. Is what I'm guessing it's gonna end up at. That's what I was hoping for.
Everybody in music has their own sort of niche specialty thing that they do that, sets them apart from everybody else. And my storytelling is what it is for me. I know that without me writing my own songs, I wouldn't be here.
We can leave the Christmas lights up till January.
There is an element to my fan base where we feel like we grew up together. I'll be going through something, write the album about it, and then it'll come out, and sometimes it'll just coincide with what they're going through. Kind of.
That's the beauty of it.
Kind of like they're reading my diary.
Oof.
Okay. This is a song I wrote yesterday, and
What is that?
it's about.
That's her? Oh. I wish I had old videos of me when I was younger, dude.
This is a song I wrote yesterday, and it's about a girl who's just different. And I really like it because it's just so happy. So this is called Lucky You.
Let's do it.
There's a little girl in this little town with a little too much heart.
Okay.
I have to be honest with you, this song was seriously finished.
This 2003.
5 minutes ago. So, you know, I usually have these things
22
memorized,
years ago.
but
Gee.
I just finished it 5 minutes ago. So, let's watch the tide chase the waves into the sand.
That's a good songwriter, right? Let's watch the tide chase the waves to the sand, onto the sand. Like the one good storytelling technique, which I'm sure she does, I'm sure she nails it, is the way you describe a scene, right? So she said there, let's watch the ocean waves. Let's watch the ocean chase the tide. I'm already messing it up. Let's watch the tide chase the waves onto the sand, right? She described that. So we're seeing her and a person or whatever, right? Two people on the beach watching the waves. But instead of just saying, let's go to the beach and watch the waves, she said, let's go watch the tide chase the waves onto the beach. The way you describe it with such intricacy, it's almost like poetic, right? Instead of me saying, let's sit here and watch Taylor Swift, I could say, let's sit in my room and look at pixels move while the music gives us the groove. That was not good. I'm sorry. But do you get what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Like the writing at such a young age too. Wow.
I
16.
started playing guitar and wrote a couple songs, and I've written 150 songs and written every song on this album. So
You said you were a freshman when you wrote this?
I actually came up with the concept for it in math class my freshman year.
You know, I've had a single out now for about a month. There's this radio station called KZLA. I want each and every one of you to call them up and tell them you want to hear a song called Tim McGraw by this girl named Taylor Swift. Please.
Said the way my blue eyes shined, put those Georgia stars to shame that night. I said that's a lie.
That's a lie. That's a low note.
16-year-old girl released her debut country music album and dreamed of making it big. Well, today that girl is as big as it gets.
In the past year, she has taken Nashville and country
Nashville.
music on an unforgettable trip around the world.
She went on to sell more copies than any other artist this year.
That made her the youngest person in history to write and perform a #1 country song.
I give myself like 5 seconds a day to be like, yes, this is happening. And then the rest of the day, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make it last.
And make it last, you did. It's 20 years later, right? Like,
Declined to address that.
Global superstar Taylor Swift. This is the first time photographers have caught T Swift on film in 6 weeks. Grammy's youngest ever winner of Album Year. Is there bad love?
Taylor Swift is responsible for me being suspended.
Taylor Swift is in hot water Taylor Swift is on top of the world, but has she done some sketchy things to get there? I felt like she was a little angry.
Number 13. There she is leaving a restaurant.
She holds too many
You can see her feet at the very bottom. You can see her making her way into the car.
I can understand trying to keep your relationship to yourself at the beginning, or needing to take some time to work on your craft. But come on.
And Taylor, voluntarily.
this stuff just makes you mad, don't it? Like, mind your business, right?
With her donation.
Yeah, okay, Tay. Whatever you say.
I hate to say this, but I think Taylor Swift is learning a few lessons in life.
All this drama is exhausting, isn't it? Focus on making sure the rest of
You should focus on. Oh, it's just like mind your fuck.
All this drama
Sorry for cussing.
isn't it?
It's like focus on yourself.
But at the same time, aren't they both wrong?
Taylor Swift takes the stand in court today.
Court.
Reputation.
So instead, we'll talk about Taylor Swift's
Reputation.
Oh, Reputation tour. It just clicked. I don't want to talk about it. I get okay. It just clicked in my head now.
about Taylor Swift's reputation.
Baby, let the games begin. Baby, let the games begin.
Production value. Well, I like that drum group. You heard that in the in the background? Oh my gosh.
He was a killer. First time that I saw him, wondered how many girls he had loved and left haunted. But if he's a ghost, then I can be a phantom, holding him for ransom. Some boys are trying too hard.
Ooh, I love the dude. Hold on, she got some wordplay there. Hold him for ransom. Some. She changed the word "some" from ransom to "some" as in some. That writing, dude. There's like a synth at a low E. That's all it is right now. But it's like a synth bass, so it sounds really.
Then I can be a phantom, holding him for ransom. Some boys are trying too hard. People try it all though.
It's-
Rougher than my exes, but the actor's such a man, so I see nothing better. I keep it forever, like a vendetta. I see how this is gon' go. Touch me, and you'll never be alone. I breathe the lights down low. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, in my dreams.
There's a switch up. Okay, hold on. So I like on the eval, we have like backgrounds. That was another thing in the last performance. I like that they had like the background. I don't know if it's a track in the background or if there's like a chorus or something behind her that we just can't see to make it sound more full. I'm noticing with the 2 songs we checked out so far, she loves dynamics. She loves like to make it where it's like, you know, just her and like a bass, but then we get like a crazy drum, then we get a pickup, then it dips, then it goes up, then it dips, like as far as the energy or just the whatever you want to call it, dynamics, keeps you on the edge of your seat. And this is the same person that wrote an album called Folklore. Interesting. Then a switch up.
You should see the things we do, baby. In the middle of the night, in my dreams. I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take.
Hold on. I love this chord progression.
In the middle of the night, in my dreams. I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take.
So it's a E, probably, yeah. No, we're going. So it's yeah. Sorry, G major, Jesus, G major, A minor, down to E minor, then up to C major. That's like, cause we start the verse off with the E, but on a synth bass, so it's just that note. But then we get to like, I don't know if this is I don't know. Hold on. Okay. sick. Dude. But it's in like a synth.
Are you ready for it? I was a robber. First time that he saw me, stealing houses.
And now it's like.
Never saying sorry. I'm a thief that can join the heist and go to an island. And he can be my jailer. Virgin to this tailor. Every blood my
Burton to this Taylor. Oof. Okay. In the middle of the night in my dreams, you should see the things we do. So in my dreams, you should see what we do. In the middle of the night in my dreams, I know I'm going to be with you. So I dream of being with you. So I take my time. Are you ready for it? Knew I was a robber first time that he saw me. Robbers and I'm going to steal your heart. I'm guessing stealing hearts. That's the next line. Stealing hearts and running off and never saying sorry. So he knew that I was going to take his heart and run off with it. He can join the heist and we'll move to an island. So he can join the theft of woo, and he could be the one that puts me in jail. Burton to this Taylor. Every lover known in comparison is a failure. I forget their names now. I'm so very tame now. Never be the same now. That whole, it's like a scheme of like a heist, but the heist is stealing someone's heart and then running away with it. They can join you, go to an island, be your jail.
and he can be my jailer. Virgin to this tailor. Every blood my known in comparison is a failure. I forget their names now. I'm so very tame now. Never be the same now. I see how this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze and lights down low. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, my dreams. You should see the things we do.
That high harmony too.
In the middle of the night, my dreams. I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time. Are you ready for it?
Oh,
Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin now. Baby, let the games begin. Let the
wow.
games begin. Let the games begin. I see how this is gonna go.
The harmonies changed. Dude, this song is all over the place.
See how this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze and lights down low. No one has to know. In the middle of the night, my dreams.
Nah. Hold on.
No one has to know. In the middle of the night, my dreams.
That was a high D. Ooh, she got some range, dude.
In the middle of the night,
Wow.
my dreams. You should see the things we do, baby.
Oh, it's very percussive too.
In the middle of the night, my dreams. I know I'm gonna be with you, so I take my time. In the middle of the night,
All double chord.
let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it? Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let the games begin. Baby, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Are you ready for it?
Woo. That ending with the, when she said, yeah, the open vowel on begin, instead of saying begin, she's saying began to help hit the and it widens. Oh, dude. Well, I mean, that's something that you get from years of like performing live and stuff. You tend to just like, you can tell she's seasoned, right? Because there's little things you pick up on. Like if you're about to hit a big note, put the mic back a bit so that you don't, over blow out the mic, right? And then like the vowels and stuff, like opening them up, breath control, which you guys said in the last video for breath control, she runs on a treadmill and sings her set. Like, dude, that is dedication. And then also, I've just found out she wrote over 150 songs. I'm sure that number has significantly increased since then, but that shows she's putting in reps. It's like reps at the gym. I mean, bro.
Are you ready for it?
In the smoke. That's a crazy venue. Oh, that was it. Oh, okay. Round of applause for Taylor Swift. That was a 14-minute long video, but it did not feel like 14 minutes. I was not expecting it to. I thought we was gonna get some more talking. Thank you, Jamie, for showing me this, because I feel like I learned a lot. Okay, there was stuff that I didn't know. Well, here first, before I'm gonna talk about it in depth here in a second. But before I do, for anybody who's clicking off here, thank you so much for watching. If you like this reaction, please hit the like button and subscribe to see some more Taylor Swift on the channel, because we definitely we're in. I need to check out Folklore, so it's gonna happen. Thank you so much. Now, for those of you who are staying for the longer speech, what I will say is there was stuff that I just didn't know, right? And like, just to be completely transparent with you, it's nothing against Taylor Swift as a whole. I just never thought like, hey, I'm gonna go listen to Taylor Swift. It just never popped into my head. I just never did. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just, when I'm on Spotify, I normally would just play like the Lumineers, or I'll play like Chance Pena, Noah Kahan, Need to Breathe, some Willie Nelson here and there too. But like never, it was never just like, oh, I'm gonna throw in Taylor Swift, and it was just because I just didn't know. So I was very in the dark of all this stuff. I didn't know she wrote all her songs. I didn't know that. I didn't know she had an album that is literally one of my favorite genres. I'm assuming that's what it is, right? Because she wouldn't title it Folklore if it wasn't folk, right? I guess you guys can just let me know in the comments. But yeah, there was just a ton of stuff that I just didn't know, and that's on me because I didn't take the time to learn it. But that's why we're lucky we have you awesome people in the comments and Jamie to kind of guide us through. Yeah, I really enjoyed the dynamic in this song. And we got a backstory to it. So the Reputation tours, I'm assuming about her reputation. And the song is called Ready for It. But like we had that lead in to saying like reputation. And I really liked a line that caught my attention. Let me find it here. So that the album or the tour is called Reputation, right? And then we had all of that where the news people were all up in her business for no freaking... Anyway, I'm gonna get mad if I keep... Either way, they're people in her business, right? There's a line that says, I forget their names now. I'm so very tame now. Never be the same now. And it stuck out to me because it's like, look, it's one thing to change who you are if what you're doing is inherently bad for you or people around you, right? And by that I mean like, say you're like you're struggling with addiction or something that's like really bad for you. But I don't think that's the case here, and I'm hoping that she didn't change who she was because of some news articles. I could see why she would be pressured into doing that because she's one of the biggest celebrities in the world. So like there's tons of people that are in her business constantly, right? And there's tons of people commenting. It's a lot, right? So I wouldn't know what she's going through, but you should never change who you are as a person for somebody else. Maybe I'm reading into that wrong, and if I am, let me know in the comments. Because again, this is all totally blind. I'm just going off of what I have. I know the moral of the song is like that, you know, she's talking about like, you know, some boys are trying too hard. He don't try at all though. So it's like almost like the perfect person. Perfect, quote unquote, right? Anyway, but it sucks that she has to go through that. I know like a ton of artists have to go through that, but her being as big of an artist as she is, I'm sure it's very amplified. Either way, the song was sick. She has some great vocals. I really loved when she hit the high D note there to kind of fill us into that last chorus, which was an extended chorus. You could tell she puts all she can into her live performances, which I respect because you have all those fans there that love you. My voice is cracking. All the fans there that love you and are willing to, you know, pay the money and, you know, go drive. Some people probably fly from different countries or states or whatever. And she's like, I'm going to put on a show for you because she cares. So thank you so much, Jamie, for this, for showing us this. And thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys in the next reaction. Much love.